All right, what we need is somebody from the aviation industry that's willing to look into this for us. I'm going to show you the coordinates and the plane, and whether it's flying, I don't know. Whether it's on the land, I don't know. But it's in Alaska, and it's in the Alaska Triangle-ish area. Is it a plane that's there on the ground and unknown or known? I don't know. That area is so filled with accidents, it's unbelievable. But when I saw it, I was intrigued. And it is in virtually perfect condition. And there's this red stuff coming out of the back of it. Nobody can really get their hands around us. I can't. Somebody said it could very well be flying. And they just got the image from Google Earth while it was in the air at that exact spot. And I cannot discount that. That's very well possible. Is it something else? I don't know. What was the red stuff coming out of it? I don't know. It was exactly the same measurements. It looks like a Cessna, maybe a Cessna twin engine. It's about 50 feet wide and about 40 feet long. And that is basically the size of the Cessna that Hale Boggs was in when he went missing. That's what intrigued me, because they never found even a scrap of anything. And they covered this area that he went missing in. He was a senator, he was in the Senate. I think he was a majority leader or something. He was a big shot. So they covered everything. For 39 days, I think it was, they covered this area, or back and forth, looking for everything. And this happened for them days after he went missing. So it would have been a pretty quick search, and they should have had something. They should have found something. They found nothing. Now, I saw this was north of Anchorage. He was in Anchorage, and he should have been going south. And I'm sure that's where you would focus your search. Now, if somehow accidentally, they went in abysmal weather, they said, in the middle of the night, dark, no visual cues whatsoever, in a small plane. Could he have gone north? Because it's going just north 50 miles instead of heading south. And that's where that plane is I found. I don't know what it is. I'd like to know. So if somebody would report something on this, everybody would, I'm sure everybody seems to be very interested. Is this something that's just a plane flying and I picked it up? I've never had one of those before, and I've done a lot on Google Earth. I've never actually seen a plane in the air, but I know that could, I can't discount that. So let's go in to show you what I have, and I'll show you the coordinates. You see if you can find something out. All right, my friends, I wanted to report this airplane, but it's a very complicated procedure, and these are all the crash sites up and around Anchorage. Look at how dense that is. And these are fatal ones. These aren't just crashes, these are fatalities. Now, the one that I showed didn't look like it would have been a fatality. It looked like it landed. But would anybody know they were there? Would somebody come out and pick them up? And these are, that's a lot of flights that crashed. Now, the one I saw, I have no idea what it's from, but I don't want to have to go through all this rigmarole just to find out it's already been discovered. So, once again, I'm going to show it, and I'll show the coordinates. If somebody can figure it out, God bless them, because I can't. All right, the reason I became interested in this is because this plane crash is exactly in the wrong direction as what Wade Boggs was supposed to be going, down this direction, down to Juneau. Now, could something have happened? They took off abysmal weather and all that stuff. Here's where the plane crash, and I call it a plane crash. It looks like it landed, to be honest with you. And maybe they know all about this, because here it is right here. And I don't know what the red stuff is either. People have been asking about that, and I really don't know what it is. I got a couple of suspicions, but who knows? This is, somebody else said, well, maybe they just pictured it as it was flying, and it looks like it's on the ground, but it's really not, which made sense. But when I come on top of here, I show the elevation 174 meters. This is 175 meters. This is 174, 175, 174. And it's the same as the rest, 174, 174, 175. If this is correct, where I am, whoops, you know what I'm getting at. I should be picking this up at 1,000 meters up in the air or something like that, but it's showing that it's right on the ground. Is it? Is it not? I don't know. But here is the coordinates. All right, I'm not going to write them down or talk about them. I'm just going to show you what they are. There they are right there. If you have to, come back and get to them. Whoops, hold on. Right there. That's exactly where the coordinates are. All right. If somebody can figure this out, I'd love to know. Do they know about this plane crash? Has that been recorded? I don't know, but I can see there's a lot of activity in this particular area with plane crashes, and they're all about the size of this. This appears to be about the size of a Cessna. Now, what all that red stuff's doing, I have no idea. Well, I do have some ideas, but I don't know if they're right or not. So let's see if they can tell me, is this a known plane crash or whatever you want to call it? Is this area known? Is that? I'd like to know.